Hey everybody, welcome to Hodl and Shill. I'm Crypto for Columbus, and today we're going to be going over the crypto-based scanner results from March. So if this is your first time here, you've probably heard me talking about Altrady and crypto-based scanner, and so this is the signals report. So the signals come from crypto-based scanner, and they're traded on the Altrady platform. I have more videos about that below. I'll link to those actually on this video as well. But these are the numbers from March. So this is just March 1st through April 1st. And I wanted to go over this and show you guys the potential of how this works and why there is just so much of an opportunity here. So first of all, let's start right here at the top. Total signals was 17,189, which is actually down, believe it or not, from last month by 17,000 signals. So almost half the signals. Now, that might sound crazy because obviously, 17,000 is a ton in 1 month. But look at these win rates: 99.5, 98.7, 97.6, 98.22. The target profit was 2.9%, and the target take profit win rate was 98.1%. So we're talking about almost, like 98, 99% win rate on these trades, which is just unbelievable at an average of 3% or 2.9% take profit. So when you go down through the chart, I'm just going to show you guys how to read through, and then we're actually going to have some fun with it. But you can see here signals by day. So you can see here it averaged about, so you have 500 here. These are so volatility, if you've been seeing our TikTok videos or even on here, our shorts, we say volatility is your friend, and you can see I've posted screenshots when probably on these days where 1,400 signals come in, and it's just unbelievable if you have notifications turned on to see your phone just blowing up. With potential trade signals. But yeah, so 1,000, 600, 300, 700, 147. So, you can see on these days there's probably like no volatility. It's just kind of a slow day. Still getting around 100 a day, 181. Just unbelievable, and ending here at 422. Then we've got the currencies. So these are the different currencies that they came in, and you can see the win rates by 1%, 2%, and 3%. And then the average drop and average signals a day. Then here are the exchanges that they came from. So you can see the volume. Obviously, look at Gate.io is just coming out strong with that volume, 5,000 signals. And then you move down, and these are the algorithms. So you've got the day trade algorithm, the conservative, and then the position. These are 3 different algorithms that the bot actually trades, and there'll be more videos about that you can find in our playlists explaining the 3 different algorithms. And then you have the volume based. So this is based on the actual 24-hour volume. And now we have the win rates by day. And then there is the amount of signals by date. Okay, so then you can see a breakdown of the actual currency, so USDT, Ethereum, BTC, and so on. So you can see obviously USDT leading the pack with the signals here above the others. And then we have the pairs with the best and worst win rate. So this is actually, if you weren't going to use an automated strategy, where like we do with the bots, this would be a great report to look at and see the best and worst win rates, and then trade those actual pairs and see how they're doing. Look at this. So for example, IMX had 59 signals over the last month at an average rate drop of 9%. So obviously that is just a really good pair that this obviously drops on panic and trades. Same thing with Wi-Fi, 48 signals. I mean, when you think about that in a month's time, it's around 1 a day, over 1 a day. So this is almost 2 a day at that 59 for IMX. So just unbelievable. And then next, scrolling down through, we have the drops. So you can see that return to 3% and then not return to 3%. So the not return to 3% end up being in the red, which obviously is just barely anything. 171 out of 17,000. That's just unbelievable. So here we go. And then here's where we end up with our DCAs. So 17,000 signals on strategy 1, 98.22%. And then on strategy 2, which is double your position at 6, 12, and 20%, a 98.23% win rate. So just a 0.1% increase on strategy 2. I use strategy 1 with the 5, 10, and 15% position levels. Those are DCAs. So you can see here, and this is where it really starts to blow your mind. No DCA and profit. 6,310 signals came through with no DCA, no drops that they needed to do in that 5, 10, and 15% and closed. So 36% of the signals came through, no DCAs, and just closed. Some of them, it is, if you've seen my videos, they'll last minutes. Between 5 minutes, some 27 minutes, some 30 minutes, and then there's some that last a couple days. But either way, like, it is just unbelievable. No DCA, no profit. We've got that 1.72% here of losses. So 300 signals were a loss out of which is only 1.72% out of that 17,000. Unreal. Then you have 20% that hit their 3 DCA, which would be that 15%. And then DCA2 would be our 10%, 2,500 of those, so 14%. And then DCA1 would be that 5%, and 25% of them hit that with 447. So just unbelievable. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking like, oh, wow, how do I trade 17,000 signals? You would be absolutely insane, and you would have to have a ridiculous amount of capital to fulfill 17,000 of these trades, some of them which are going on at the same time. So that would be virtually impossible. Also, it's probably not something that you'd really want to do. You always, even though this is automated, you still want to have a strategy. But let's have some fun with it. I want to show you guys. We were trading on Gate, KuCoin, Binance, and Huobi, and then let's also trade some futures here. We're going to take Bybit futures and Binance futures. And for fun, let's add in, FTX only had 500 of those, so we'll actually add in Coinbase Pro as well. Okay, so we've got 7 exchanges that we're going to trade in. That brings us down to 12,000 signals. So you can see here, we're going to start filtering these out. Now the algorithms, I'm going to trade all 3 algorithms, okay? And now for currencies, we don't want all these currencies. I want USDT, Ethereum, of course, Bitcoin the king, USD, BNB, and where is KCS? We want some KCS. And let's take BUSD because they had 381 signals. Okay, so then it actually shows you the amount of signals on these. These are very low, so we don't really necessarily care about those. Okay, now here's where, again, we're starting to weed this down. So now we're down to 11,000 signals in a month, which is still really crazy when you think about it. Now, here's where it really gets fun. What we want here is we want to stay away from any low volume coins. This is the 24-hour volume, so we're going to take all of the top, okay, and we're going to take this down to 500,000. We're going to go down to, we'll leave it at 500,000, okay. Now we get into a realistic number. Let's see if we added 250,000 in, what that does. Okay, so that obviously goes up quite a bit. And I'm going to, for safety reasons, now this is where obviously using a report like this, it becomes a really good way to research. Now everybody has different risk tolerance, everybody has different goals and strategies. I'm going to take away the 250,000 because I don't want to get stuck in, to me that's a lower volume. Again, it really just depends on what you're doing. This gives me 7 different volumes, and that gives me 2,500 signals. When you think about 2,500 trades in a month, at a 99% win rate that is just completely automated, that is just unbelievable. So now let's look at it by date. So you can see here, it would be about 30 a day. That is what it ends up being. So the funny part is, I want to just tell you guys this. I think it's very, very interesting to me, is that on these days when I'm trading and I get 35 signals, that's awesome, right? And then you get a spike like this and you got 70, so you doubled and you're like, unbelievable. It's just like a cash machine, that cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It is just unbelievable, right? Then you get a day like this, 497. To be honest with you, it is going to be really tough to get 400 trades in a day. You'd have to have your settings set up to enable being able to take that many signals on at a time. It has to be a perfect storm. You have to have your settings right. But again, taking these, even 300 signals, that's a ton. Now, if you can do that, it is just unbelievable what the profits can be. But not everybody's going to be set up for that. And that's just not really, it depends on your risk levels, but just unbelievable. So an average of 30 a day, 55, 30. Then you get to days like this, right? A day where there's 4 signals, 4 trades, 4 profitable trades at 3% on a day where you just did absolutely nothing. You didn't touch it. You let the bot do its thing, and you got these 4 trades. That's really good. That's actually, it's great. At 5, here you have another day of just 5. But the funny part is this thing spoils you because you're so used to getting 30 or 50 or 20. When you have these days of 5, it feels like what's going on with the market. Now, the crazy part is this is whether the market is up or down, okay? And that is one of the best things about this is you don't necessarily have to care about, is Bitcoin up, is Bitcoin down? In fact, the volatility is what causes these big days, right? These crazy volatile days give you these huge spikes. And these can make, so I've had it where, I don't know if it was this month, but this right here can make your entire month if you have your settings set up properly. Because you can take on a massive amount of trades and make up for that. Actually averages these days a little bit higher. So it just, again, it depends on your strategy. But let's look at this. So out of this 2,000, USDT comes in at 1,700 of those signals, about 60 a day. Then obviously it gets a little bit lower here, 6 in BTC. Obviously, this is what I care about the most. There was 187 BTC signals. All I care about is stacking sats. Even with USDT, I could care less about all the FUD and all the crazy stuff about USDT. My goal with USDT is to turn it into more Bitcoin and more Ethereum, right? So it really just depends on your strategy. Obviously, it's the same for me with BNB and KCS. They're very low. In fact, there was actually no KCS that came through at those volumes. But it's just a really good way just to have some of that stack up because they are worth the hold. Okay, now let's look at the exchanges, and this will give you a really good idea as to where all the volume is, right? So Binance, Gate, and KuCoin come in at the top. 800 came in from Binance, 525 came from Gate.io, and then 430 from KuCoin. The rest are a little bit slower. But again, look at these averages per day, 29, 18, and 14. It's just unbelievable. Now we look at the algorithm. So this is another way for you, if you haven't learned about what the algorithms are, this will show you out of the day trade algorithm, 1,058 of those 2,497 were day trade. And then obviously it goes lower with the conservative and then the smallest at 614. And then here's our volume. So, I mean, obviously the lower volume gets the more of the signals just because there's more of the tokens that are at those levels than when you get to the top here at these insanely high 24-hour volumes like Bitcoin, for example. But the thing is you're going to be super safe at these over here because these are not anything that are pump and dumps. These are not anything that are just like some ICO coin. These are solid tokens at this level. You're talking top 20, top 25 in this level. But okay, then we'll go down here and look, and you can see here this still gives us the best. IMX still comes in at that best that we looked at. Ethereum Classic comes in again at second. C Pool, I don't know what that is. Epic, FTM. So you can see here, 24 signals or FTM. So this is a great way just to absolutely just stack with these signals. It is just unbelievable. So you can see here, okay, so this is actually another good one. Out of those drops, we had 11 of these signals. Out of 2,500, 11 plus 6 would have been ones that failed. So 15 actual total signals would have been no DCA and no profit. So 99.4% win rate. That is just unbelievable. I'll take it, right? Who cares? You're never going to win all of these trades, but that just shows the power of this strategy. So Again, 2,500 signals over a month is just unbelievable, and that's again being safe. You can actually go down if depending on your risk, thresholds, and you can go down in volume and add in a ton. So like this is where it really gets. Okay, let's go down to 100,000, and I'll show you. Probably get to the 5,000 mark. Yeah, almost, it's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's it. This is the March update for crypto-based scanner. I'll leave a link to this report here below. There's actually a link to sign up for Altrady as well. And then you can actually use promo code HODL, HODL, and that'll get you 5% off. But that's it for this. Definitely, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. And I will do this once a month where we go over this report. I update you guys on the progress that I have with the bot and just using Altrady overall. And that's going to be it. But look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.